hello, 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 hello.
Good morning, welcome back. Have you had good sleep? Had breakfast? Okay. You know why breakfast is very important? Your brain will be activated. So, come to the mode of listening. Sometimes listening will come from this air and it will go out. Sometimes your brain will filter some information, you will be retaining it forever. Some of the information which was told to me by my supervisor is still I remember from my undergraduate level. But all the information is not necessary to be kept in your mind. But main important element, how to act positively towards sustainability. That is your supply chain major students important message. If you are studying supply chain logistics, if you are working with logistics or if you are planning to do some business, definitely you should be in this line of sustainability. The reason is sustainability is not for today, whatever we see the way of sustainability may change. In the next 2 years we will say this is not the correct way of following sustainability approach. However, the meaning of sustainability like not wasting, sustainability is not only reducing CO2, not wasting, saving for the future, and you are thinking about the future generation, all are sustainability. So, sustainability is going to be forever in our mind, but the ways of approaching towards sustainable way is different. So, ways are different in every way. So, you are having choosing different paths to reach the final destination. Now, industry collaborations and partnership, that is our first focus for today. Industry partnership is having some agreements, all of you might be knowing. Every partnership is coming with some value, that value is agreement. If you are having the long term partnership, your profit is expected to increase, but long term partnership is coming with some underlying conditions. That first condition is trust. Trust is the main condition. And if you are all going to work in a global company, if you are working for some company say Walmart, if it is in India, you are going to work with other industrial partners outside the country. First of all, you have to show your dedication and confidence in the work what you are doing. The first lesson of our students, whether it is undergraduate, postgraduate or PhD, time management. Today I am very happy all of you have arrived on time, thanks to be on time. Okay. Today's session, when we are talking about industry collaboration, I am going to first recap certain things before we proceed further. And the second one, artificial intelligence, I talked to you about the REMIT project. I asked you to see some of the videos or some website information. You might be having something in your mind. What we are going to do is whether we are going to use certain technologies for Indian context, because all technologies what we are using outside India may not be appropriate for this country, because we are not having the same level of infrastructure. Our facilities are good and our resources are good, but infrastructure is really missing in certain areas. What is missing? How can you fit in, how can you plug in those gaps using big data analysis? That is what we are going to see. And third session, it is beyond firm regulations. I am going to combine with linking marketing and operation, because marketing, without marketing you cannot sell your product, without operation you cannot produce your product. Everything should go hand in hand. So, we are going to see how these are going to be linked together in order to make higher level of profit in a sustainable way. And fourth session is going to be with our Dr. Manvendra Singh. Sorry for that. We call him MPS, so that is very easy for me to call. Dr. MPS will do it in the evening, right. Okay. So, the next step for today, we are starting with smart technology in logistics and supply chain. I want you to name smart technologies what you know at this point in time. As far as you concern as a student, what are the technologies you are using, whether you can use it as a smart technology in logistical aspect as well. Logistics are not different from your routine life. For example, when you are driving, you are using your GPS. GPS is a smart technology. Obviously, this GPS can be used for the trucks, but trucks may not be in a position to use the same level of GPS, because yours is minimum passenger travel. For truck travel, they need different GPS. I do not know how many of you are aware of it. Truck is not having the same GPS. If they are having, it is very low level GPS. They should be having incorporated information of level of the bridge, because a truck will be having the higher height is higher, bridge height may be lower, and sometimes bridge will be having the weight load limitations. You cannot take more than 5 tons of weight. So, certain bridges are very weak, you cannot go in that route. As a passenger, if you look at your Google map, or if you are using Waze, whatever you are using, it is giving you simple option where your car fit in. If you are going by cycle, it is another route for you. However, for truck we have separate GPS which are combining different aspects, route, height, weight of the bridge, and whether it is allowed, whether you are having the emission tax. In roads of London as well as in Delhi, we have emission fine. If you are taking your car and if the car is emitting more than a certain level of carbon, because every car has got the number, you have seen how to do it yesterday. So, this is only for your car, but imagine the government is having different websites, they are having emission data for every single car. If it is Nissan car, Nissan Pathfinder, if it is 3-liter engine, they know how much emission will happen if it is produced in 2010 or 2015, 2020. Every year emission level is changing. So, all this information will give smartly, that means nobody is going to look at the register every time. Once your number plate is registered in the camera, that camera will give the information how much is the emission of your car. Accordingly, you have to pay the fine. Tax is different, fine is different. If you are using the route which is not meant for the high emitting car, you have to pay the fine. Automatically it will be debited, otherwise you will get the notice. So, even in Delhi it is happening. So, what is a key element here? Only the message, information. So, information is transmitted from your board, number board, and it goes to the cloud. Cloud is analyzing quickly, no manual analysis, is automatically analyzed, and then it is going to the consumer like you. Okay. Now, let us see how the industry collaboration is happening, what are the roles of artificial intelligence, AI through projects. Why I am using project? Because books are slightly coming later with old information. If I am writing book, couple of years back I have published sustainable supply chains, but the information has come from before 5 years. That means, the information what you are getting from the book is much older than the current information. So, projects are the one which are live, and we have many 3 or 4 researchers here. They are all coming from the executive PhD stream, and they know what is really happening in the industry. The industries are giving the projects to us, and we are doing project for them. So, in that case we are giving the real time solution for them. You are young people, your mind is now fresh. It's, if I put some seed, it will be growing very slowly. When you are reaching 30 years, you will be the best person in logistics if you are using it very effectively. Yeah, actually when I want to talk about efficient supply chain, I wanted to say something. Let me see. Do you remember we talked about it? Efficient supply chain is required for the functional product, and if it is basic, you may have to have the standard level of delivery every single day. What is the effective supply chain? We did not talk about it because it is not in the book, but since it is not in the book, you cannot avoid it. Efficient supply chain was discussed in papers for nearly since 1998, since it was introduced by the author Fisher. We are all talking in our lesson: efficient supply chain, agile supply chain, lean supply chain, really agile supply chain. There are many other things in JIT. Now, effective supply chain, actually I introduced this to my students and it was published in some of my papers. Efficiency and effectiveness, what is the difference? A person can be efficient, but not effective. What is it? Not effective means he is not hitting the target, he is working hard, he is putting effort. However, at the end of the day, he is not achieving what is required to be achieved. Even if he is achieving, it is not in a very big way, impact is not happening. So, all of us are working towards sustainability. Maybe efficiency is working towards sustainability, but we cannot make any drastic change. If you are making drastic change, then it will become efficient. This is one aspect of effectiveness and efficiency. The same way we are talking about our supply chain with smart technologies. We are using smart technology everywhere, we are very happy about it. However, what happens, let me show this example, then we will discuss. This is again from my project, you might have seen it in the same website. There are many companies, as I said, there are many companies we have fitted sensors. This company Levstone is one of the particular company which is working closer to London. They have fitted sensors for the truck. The truck sensor, as I said, it is not normal passenger sensor, it is for truck, different one, bigger truck. So, GPS was also including so many different aspects. The clients are the customers, whoever is getting from the company or sending through the company. Event log, sometimes event will be very big, so you have to give the product very quickly. Users and sensors are combined together, whoever is connected with the sensor, they can track it. Sensor is attached to the truck and GPS is also attached to the truck. So, they will be seeing where the truck is and what are the items getting deteriorated, getting wasted. So, wasted means not fully wasted. So, they can also see what is the condition, quality A, quality B, quality C. Can I ask him to reroute it? Not necessarily every time cloud is collecting data, people also can interfere in this stage. So, this stage is for interference of the users. User is retailer, user can be the end user. And there are several tasks to be completed. One truck will not be going from A to B, it will be going to different places and then it will go to the final destination. Phone book will be there, it is a voice connected phone book. I do not know what is bookmark, it is their local code for the company. Map places, this is very important. As I said, it is not just like Google, it will be showing every information about the bridge. weight, how much weight can be taken in the bridge. Some of the bridges, if you know, in European countries it is folding bridge. It will be folding and opening only when there is a need, because waterways will be using, bigger ships will go. So, bridge will be closing at the time when the road is open. Bridge will again open when the ship is going. So, it may look like a road, but it is not a road. It is made by iron plates, big iron plates are closing and opening. Here the danger is when you are taking the more than 5 tons of truck load, the bridge will not accept it, because it may break, it will spoil the traffic. So, they will not be allowing you. This information is normally given in this kind of map places, and traffic as well. If you look at traffic, people will be cursing the vans in the morning when they are going to office. If you are going by two-wheeler or car, if there is a truck in the middle, you may say why this person is coming in the middle. Obviously, we are not very happy to have some hurdle in the middle of the road. But imagine if there are 10 trucks going in the morning, what will happen? The traffic will be highly affected. So, in that case they will say this truck cannot go, because already there are 10 trucks in motorway M1. So, the road will not allow you, not because of the load, because of the traffic. So, this information will go to the driver. This is again from your information through smart technology. Group links, this is another aspect. Exactly the company how they have made the group link, I do not know, but my understanding, because it is made by company, we have used only one part of one element of it. Other drivers may be linked to each other, they may meet or they may transfer the items from one truck to other, I do not know about it. So, messages can be seen by the driver, and emoji, you know what is emoji, and emoji is going to be used for different purposes. Big data, BDA, big data analysis will be using smiley face, wide smile, and if you are using this, so simple expression, but you know this is not going to work. If a wide smile means he is very, very happy, and sober face and it is not very happy, very sad, that means you are going to say your service is not good, you are not happy. So, what is the implication? If he is not happy, what does it matter to me? How does it matter to me? So many things are happening. It is important because customer should be happy. Customer is our first priority for any business. So, this is a simple app. As Indians, we know that technology is not a big deal of thing, we can easily create it. However, just imagine if one thing is failing, the whole system will collapse. All your food and all your truck will be, it is not only food, there are other materials. So, this is very important element made by one small company, not necessarily small company, medium sized company, Livestone. So, vehicle tracking, it is helping the food companies to plan their food supply chain operations. How it is helping time? I will not be sending my fresh food at the time of peak traffic time. I will not send it. So, they can plan it. So, they will be planning it, and to receive the continual live sensor alerts and updates while truck is in motion. Truck will be moving. If anything goes wrong in the middle of the traffic, they will be rerouting it. The mobile phone in the truck and cab transparently and seamlessly, that means no in between, no missing of information, and it goes to the internet. Sensor data, it is going to the cloud, and then low cost technology is helping to save the several tons of food. As I said, every truck will be having 5 to 10 tons of food, it is a huge amount. So, it is having the impact on environment as well as it is having social impact. So, when we are talking about 3 pillars, we talked about this 3 pillars. If it is sustainability, what is the first pillar? There are 3 pillars, we talked about it. I said, what is it? Economics, social, environmental. Is it easy to measure? Environment, at least we have some calculations. Economy, we know how much GDP is generated. What about societal impact? How do you know that? Is it easy to measure? Is there any way in your understanding, how do I know that you are happy? So, if a simple example, you are all in the society, for me you are my primary consumers of the education. So, how do I know that you are happy about it? Customer satisfaction, okay, that comes at the end, right. I want to know in the middle of the service.
Ma'am, getting the basic necessity for the living.
Basic necessity, okay. Okay, you are
Uh,
coming to the point, need and want. Okay, you are going towards marketing now, okay. Need and want are two different things, yes. If I am getting what I want, I will be happy. Basic needs are already fulfilled, then I am going to the want. But if I want to know more, if you are paying more, want will become demand. So, something else is demanded. Now, you are all nodding your head. I will say you are achieving the second level. This is first level, second level, third level is what I demand I have to get, that is the third level. Here people are paying for this service. If people are paying for this service and if they do not get what they want, otherwise if they are not highly satisfied, I am not saying satisfied, if they are not highly satisfied, they may not be continuing this service. So, that is why they are having certain emoji in the middle of the movement as well, they will say they are not happy, the emotion can be expressed. If the truck is going from A to B, in between I said there will be different other places. If one person, one truck driver is spending more time in loading and unloading in the middle of it, the next person who is waiting for the truck to get some item, not all whole item, he will not be happy. He will be putting some, instead of this he will put it is only emoji, emoticons, nothing else. That information it will be converted into that what do you call emoticon is a image. Image will be converted into text and then text will be converted into analytical content analysis. Automatically everything will be done only by computer, cloud computing, that message will be given to the driver. It's just imagine, it's a amazing work. When you are thinking of numbers 1 to 5, 5 is the highest satisfaction in the survey. If someone is saying 1, that means he is not happy, and if you are showing your bright face and sad face, it is very easy to understand for you as a person. But computer, your laptop or your mobile phone is capturing those information, automatically it is converted into the message to the driver. What an amazing thing, right? Can we do it here? We can do it here. Do we have it? You experts can say, do we have such system here in your office or in your, I think Tata must be having.
So, we have the alignment with our vendors for the milk belt concept, where our truck will be moved from one company to other company. Every company will fit, they will take the material and they will, in system they will give the confirmation by the driver itself, as usual the vendor persons. And all information is coming to us, from this vendor the material has been picked, how much quantity and in which condition, that is already mentioned there. So, we know the capacity of the truck also, as usual how many quantity the material has been taken, because suppose schedule is suppose 50 pieces, but due to some constant they have shifted 25 pieces. That information also we gathering in the systems. That is highly based GPS based that material, that is the tell like that MRP based basically.
Thank you. So, we have this system in place. If you are making it as a live information, probably we can, yeah, let's carry on.
Ma'am, like in our coal mines, ma'am, we are having this vehicle tracking system is there, the VTMS system is there, where we have defined geomine boundary through which that truck and everything will move. It cannot go beyond that mine boundary, and whenever there is any inactive devices, such controls are exercised, and we have a alarm system over there which gives an alarm that the driver has gone out of the mine boundary, or they have picked up from the material from the wrong point. So those sort of alarm systems are there. And again, we have the way, means both end web bridges are there, so that in both the ends, whenever there is any deviation from the standard norms, we get a signal, and accordingly those things are rectified. And now that we have also a drone monitoring system over there, which can identify the untraceable objects, and they can send the signals, so that that mount boundary is kept safe.
Okay, thank you. So that means we have certain technology in place to have safety measures, and if you are
probably the geo tags which are being used in the e-vehicles, they are also being easily tracked. In fact, here in our FTBI center, there is a person who deals in e-vehicles, and they use geo tags for the goods when they are getting transported.
So that means you have technology in place. Probably you can incorporate the movement of the truck and then emotions immediately into action. So actionable task, something can be taken in advance and you can act on it. Yes, please.
Yes, in our industry, what happens, there are more than 500 vehicles, trucks, tipper, everything vehicles there. We use IoT sensor in the engine itself for fuel, measuring fuel efficiency. We have IoT sensor, how much fuel it's consuming and how much fleet has covered. So in this way, we measure and track every vehicle, what is their efficiency of fuel. And also what are the total flight he has covered in 1 month or 1 day. In this way, we control the logistic part, how much they are using our vehicle, and what are the percentage of utilization also we are measuring.
Okay, okay. So thank you. Yes, we are having, yes.
In our machine, we have the systems that the controller we have. The owner will be sit in his house, and he will track his machine, that the machine is idle or driver is working or not, and how much oil is on the machine. That is total how much hour per day the machine is operated. All things are in one system, in the mobile basically.
Okay. Thank you. So he is saying that manually monitoring through the tracking and then controlling manually. Yes, yeah.
Like we can find in all the high-end vehicles, TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system, that is there in the dashboard. They also inform the owner or the driver whether the pressure in all the 4 tires are intact or not. If anything goes below the norms, then they give a warning.
They raise the alarm. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So we have everything in place, but we have to put together all the smart efficiency. I am not saying effectiveness, smart efficiency. If all of them are brought together, then we can make a effective output. So that effective output, when it comes together, so we are not having only this much. You can see this video as it is YouTube. We are not showing it here. There are certain smart cities, and when you are having these kind of trucks which are fully automated, not the driver, other than driver, everything is automated, in the sense driver will be only driving, nothing else he is deciding. He is getting the message, alert in the dashboard or the voice alert. So everything is done by others. He does not need to worry about anything. He will not be thinking of scrolling his GPS to see what message is sent. So that means his both hands are free. In the smart city, we are having this smart lane for automated cars. Still it is not successful in many countries, even in US we are not having, but I have seen it recently in Rennes. Rennes is in France. They are having automated small internally within the campus, they are circulating small automated small van. Anybody can just pop in and they can get off, but it is not going beyond 20 miles speed, that is very slow. So still not fully in operation. We are seeing in Google videos and YouTube that there are many options, but still it is not 100% on the road, it is not safe. So intelligent shopping, I told you yesterday, we are having it, I am using it, so I am very comfortably feeling. Sometimes I feel if I am exceeding 100 pounds of weekly shopping, I myself stop, because my cart will tell me I am spending more than what I desire to spend. So I can stop. And smart environment is collectively everything. Education has become smart. Nowadays we are having all online education, hybrid education, but only problem is mindset has not changed. Technology has changed our lives, but our mind is not accepting the technology. We are happy to have the technology, but we are postponing the things. Now, AI is being used in the education. You might understand the positives and negatives. If your tutor is giving you something to read, you are reading it, but how much you are reading, you are just leaving it to AI. AI will prepare a report for you, right. But just imagine it will have some saturation point. If you keep on using AI, at one point it will not be having enough material. I myself, you can Google supply chain collaboration sustainability ODISHA. I put these 4 things. It has created something from my own article. So, that means as long as article is produced by someone in these topics, I related my name, so I could get my own article, it is collective summary. I can say that I repeatedly use certain words, sustainability, I could say from that particular summary. If just imagine if nobody is writing, after 20 years there is no material to be randomly selected. So, how many permutation and combination can you make? At a certain point you will be having some vacuum, saturated everything. That means, as a student you have to make education in a positive way to understand and produce something from your mind. Language is not important, language is only the tool which can help you to convey the message. So, do certain things. Smart buildings, we are not talking about smart buildings, we are going to talk about Internet of Things, because it is only about logistics. What do you understand by Internet of Things? The message what I said is exactly Internet of Things. Internet of Things, one machine is talking to the other machine without interference of the human being. So, when you are talking, when you are sending the message from your vehicle to cloud, cloud is making the analysis, sending message to driver, it is Internet of Things. The sensor is communicating with the cloud, sensor data is going to the cloud, that is Internet of Things. So, machine to machine we are having some communication, but one step ahead it is giving some solution as well. So, when you are having those smart decision making, how can you believe the machine and leave everything to it? If there is any uncertainty, if there is any problem and anomaly, then you have to make sure that everything is coming back to the normal. How to make sure of it? This is your job as a logistic person. How will you do it? I cannot completely depend on IoT. I cannot completely leave everything to IoT. As a logistical manager, you are sending some item from city A to city B. You are leaving everything to IoT. Driver will take care of it. I do not need to worry. Suddenly the problem is coming to you. Will you handle it manually or will you ask computer or machine to solve it? You will do it, right? That means what capability is required for you? You are all efficient. How will you make you effective at the situation? Do you understand my question? Problem is coming when your truck is moving from point A to B, and everything is solved only by the computer, Internet of Things. Suddenly there is a problem, alarm is raised, you have to solve the problem based on your efficiency. You have to make that solution as effective as possible. How will you do it? What is the responsibility of logistical manager at this point? I heard that you are all studying logistics, right? So, I am not asking this question to gentlemen, they know the answer, but I want some.
Ma'am, like we made this AI and human has made this for the easy working, like if you are doing a same work regular basis, we just provided to AI that just create this. But if there is a certain problem arises, the human have to do something, like our truck is going from one to B place, there is a certain problem is there, then if the same problem arising, we will say the computer will solve this problem or they can handle it. If there is a new problem, the human have to come Like we just if there is something accident happened, the AI will not do anything. The human can interact with any hospitals or any certain connection to that. The some person will go to that nearby truck to help them, or just do something for help from them.
Do something, do something. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you are going to do something. That's my question. What is our workshop? Resilience, right? So, resilience is based on resilience meaning okay, we will talk about it. Do you think all these are representing in one way or the other about resilience? In order to be resilient, resilient meaning is you have to strengthen yourself to meet or face the uncertain events. So, when you are meeting something, you have to be ready for understanding the problem and reacting to the situation immediately. I have not given any problem as a name. I said there is a problem between A and B when they are traveling. I do not know what problems. That means, I have to anticipate the problems in advance through experience or through books or through drivers or any way. You have to make a list. So, in order to have the resilience, first of all I have to see how many problems could erupt at that point. So, if there are 10 problems, possible problems, name all of them and make a mitigation plan. Risk resilience is not normally happening in overnight. We have to be prepared. So, my risk, okay, I have risk number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so many risks are there, and if I am having for example, this is green color. This is normally we are teaching as a risk management. This is risk management course. So, we are having except 3 and 6 all are not highly risky. Let us say based on the color code I divide the risk. This is for simplicity purposes. 3 and 6 these risks can be handled very easily. Other risks are very risky and highly important things to be considered immediately. So, alert will go for person 1, maybe person B. There are 3 people handling this risk. A will get the alert, C will get the alert, again A will get the alert, B will get the alert. So, that means you are planning in advance who will be handling the risk based on the level of the risk. Low risk can be handled by the driver. What is the implication here? You are having 2 implications, you are allocating labor, you are allocating fund. If your car is breaking down in the middle of the road, it is a high risk. So, you cannot just leave it to driver, you have to call someone else. It is a high risk. So, you have to pay some extra money for AA road service. You are allocating some fund for it. So, investment is allocated, labor is allocated, the time is allocated, schedule. So, everything is in order. This is the way we are handling risk. Risk handling is based on the preparation, first preparation planning, planning I missed it, planning and preparation. Then you are making the mitigation plan. Mitigation plan is detailed plan of what to be done within how much time period. Capacity building is based on your labor capacity and technical capacity, whatever capacity you are using for that particular problems. So, these are the risk handling approach. Based on it, we are going to have the collaboration. Now, we are talking about collaboration. What collaboration do I need to have? This one is about food. So, let me go to the other slide and come back to it. Okay. Now, let me go to this slide. If you look at this slide, it is like very interesting to see, but there is a message here. When you are looking at the left hand side, this one, all these are very lucrative, very appealing, attractive, you may like to buy it. Today, I will definitely have these vegetables. It looks like it is very attractive, but in reality, it will be not the same. Food wastage will come. If this is in different countries data, food is the same. Almost all countries are having these capsicum, tomato, banana, I think it is cherry, carrot and brinjal, but food waste is happening in all countries. And food waste, this is average, as I said, this is average one for all global countries. Compared to this average, how much we are wasting? China, USA are wasting higher level of food, India is wasting at the next level compared to the average. So, everything in comparison. The lowest is, now we cannot talk about Ukraine, we will go to France. France and Italy are not wasting much. What is the implication? Risk management. They are handling risk very effectively. We are not handling risk effectively, and we are not talking about China, we can talk about USA. USA is not handling risk effectively because the growth of food is very high. They are not importing from other countries. USA has got many natural resources and they are growing all whatever is given, except I think banana, everything else is growing inside the whole country. So, they are having more and more supply. That is the reason the waste is happening, because not much of consumption. But India is not like that. We are not having any facility to, we are not having, we can't afford to waste. We are having supply, but we can't afford to waste due to imparity in the income level. So, this is the first one. If these are all waste, waste is happening this way. Now, let us come to the final one. Have a look at it just for a minute. What message do you get? Contribution of each commodity to carbon footprint. Look at this figure and then look at the graph above and then look at the waste. Now, you say what is the message in this? Contribution of every commodity, that means every fruit or vegetable to carbon footprint.
Ma'am, can you please just expand the image?
Let me try. Blue color is carbon footprint, food wastage is orange color, cereals are like cornflakes, muesli, all this dried one. Shall we start? Okay. I will give one reason, then you can start. Okay, let me take milk first. In the milk, carbon footprint food waste both are the same. It is neutralizing. Okay. Carbon footprint is CO2 emission, and the next one food waste is the same, it is neutralized. How much they wasted is equal to the how much they emitted. So, they are not contributing extra carbon to the atmosphere, it is the same. So, I will not be considering milk as a very harmful thing. Now, you start. Anybody, will you start from cereals?
Ma'am, cereals are the processed food like this muesli and cornflakes and everything. They are made from basically corn and wheat and everything. So, they process it. That is why its carbon footprint is higher, and many people eat it out of fashion. Honestly speaking, means this celebrities promote it too much. So, the wastage is also in good amount because every people cannot like its taste. And nutritionist implanted that you have to eat it.
So, what do you want to say here? Carbon is higher.
Yes, ma'am.
Even
Due
the waste is lesser.
Due to the means processing.
Production and processing, because of processing. Okay. Yes. We will talk about vegetable now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegetable. Okay, vegetable wastage is more because the quantities are by volume quantity is more. So that's why the graph ratio between carbon footprint and wastage is different. So here the vegetable volume is more, but carbon footprint is comparatively low as compared to the volume, because only it costs the transportation part and usage of water and natural resources.
So here production carbon dioxide is less, but food wastage is higher.
And vegetables also, when it is in plant level, it also neutralizes the carbon.
Okay.
CO2.
So, if I want to be resilient manager, can I convert it into positive waste? Can I convert it into feeding for animal or something? Even though it is waste, higher waste, I agree. Can I convert it? So, I can make the mitigation plan here. So, this is called a risk resilience here for this particular aspect. You have to think where can you decide, which portion you are going to focus. Thanks for it. So, we are going to say one by one. Here processing, what she said correct, I will reduce the processing, processed food. So, I will try to reduce the production here. So, that is decision. Risk resilience and decision making as a manager, you have to decide what is good and what. If you have done IELTS exam, IELTS, International English Language Test, testing system. IELTS is having such kind of drawing, you have to write what is the meaning, how can you explain it. The same way I am asking, here processing can be reduced. Second one, risk can be reduced by recycling the food waste. Okay. Can you please, next one, anybody from meat? I think he is ready. Meat.
In case of meat, the carbon footprint is high because the water consumptions, and then again warehouse, then manpower is required to grow them, then transportation cost is involved, again freezing, processing. So, lots of activities are involved in various stages, preservation including, and wastage is less compared because it is consumed.
Okay. Thank you. So, he is saying that water resources emission, I am adding something, emission from body of the animal is very high. That is why meat is creating more emission. Last year in the report, government has given globally, they said pigs are emitting more, and size of the animal, if it is higher, the emission is more, and movement is, whenever they are moving, emission is more, because heavy thing is moving, heat is generated. So, emission is more. So, if you are considering all of them, but our globe does not have enough vegetable to support everybody's eating habit. Not many vegetarians are encouraged based on the production of vegetables. Some people in western countries, they are trying to move from non-veg to veg. It is creating problem in the pricing. So, prices of vegetables are higher than the meat, because if everybody is eating vegetable, we do not have enough supply. So, here in this category, water resources and emission from body of the animal, logistical services and supply chain processing, all these things are making more carbon footprint than the wastage. Milk, I told you, fruits and vegetables opposite. Fruit and vegetable, here it is like a vegetable and fruits almost the same, but opposite to meat. Carbon is less, so I am not repeating the same thing. So, here vegetables, fruits are the same, but it is opposite to your meat. Here production carbon dioxide is less and for food waste is higher, but still you can make use of it, you can make a circular economy. You can make circular economy based on this. And starchy roots, that means arrowroot, tapioca, those kind of rooted vegetables, sweet potato. If you look at sweet potato, food wastage is higher, and again the same. Why? Same like fruits and vegetables, nothing different, but it takes more time for growth. That means you are losing more money in it. So, economically you are not in a positive position because of wastage of starchy root. And but I found a solution for this through our other projects. Why do you waste those things? You can make it into powder, processed food. Arrowroot powder can be made. Even nowadays we are getting the sweet potato powder. Do not waste anything, process it. And processing will add some emission, does not matter, but economically you will be in a better off, economic position will go higher. Fish and fish is not making much of a difference. And what is it? Oil crops again food wastage, is it higher? I do not know about this. If anybody knows about palm oil or teal, sesame seed.
Actually happening because people earlier used to do like, let me take the example of peanuts. So, peanut in India was considered as a people, like it is not considered a rich man's food. So, what they do was peanut consumption was low, sometimes if someone will eat or not, and they did not when they used to take out the oil from those peanuts, they did not know what to do of it. So, they used to just throw it, like peanuts has too much oil, flax seeds has too much oil, they just extract the oil and they just throw all those. That is why the wastage is very much high. They could have used it
but
in
still
other
they
things.
have got the economic value out of it, right?
Ma'am, but they do not know how to use it.
Okay. So, because of these ways we are having global temperature rise, warming oceans, shrinking ice sheets, glacial threat, and we have decreased snow cover. It is very true. This year we have got snow in the month of November in Nottingham, where I live. My friends started saying that we cannot drive the car, it is full of snow, only for 2 days. Snow means it should be there for 5-6 days, then road will be black ice, then we cannot walk in the road. Nothing happened, within 2 days everything has disappeared because of climate change. So, this is happening. I am not sure how much it is directly correlated, but we can be one part of it to avoid these problems. Okay, now let us come to the main picture. Food waste is really happening, and we know that we have seen other problems. Sustainable collaboration, sustainable supply chain collaboration, how it is helping, and that is our main objective. When you are having the negative side of it, how can you make it as positive? When you are having so much of food waste, can you convert that food waste into profitable means money related ingredient for the other one? If you remember, I said this verband, have you checked it? Normally when I talk something, next day my students will be learning before they come. Have you seen what is verband? Verband is waste of one processing will become ingredient for the other processing or other growth or other production, anything. So, same like fertilizer, we are making the biofertilizers and it is a waste. From waste we are creating some fertilizer, we are feeding to the plants, same way we are having many different things. One example I said jasmine. Jasmine, once it is losing its value, that flower can be ingredient for the aromatic flavors. You can create some perfumes, you can create, even nowadays we are all wearing dhotis. Dhotis that got the flavor, it comes from real fresh, not fresh, one day old flowers. So, web end is possible, then how it is happening? Because of supply chain collaboration. Who is ready to buy? In the supply chain, if you remember, let me recall, upstream is the one who is supplying, downstream is the one buying. Now, when you are sending something out of value, that is there is no value for the product, who will be bearing the logistical cost? It is a very big question mark. If you are sending your unwanted thing to someone else, he is going to use, he will be benefited. So, that means upstream member just he is trying to get rid of the waste, he will not be paying anything for logistics. At the on the other side, supplier is buying it not for the price, the price what he is paying is only logistical cost. So, that means buyer is not paying the price for the ingredient waste, it is a waste for other, but he is sending his truck to fill it from the other side. So, this is a kind of collaboration. We have 3 different collaborations. One is very basic transaction. Again, if you know, I have told these terms, now I am writing in good handwriting, you can take it, transaction level of collaboration. Next is progressive collaboration. Third one is futuristic collaboration. It is not in any of the books, this is the term I have created during my transaction is everywhere. These two I have created in my paper, you can check 2010 and 2011 papers. I used it. So, once it is published, you can use it in your document. Transaction level collaboration, it is not my word, everybody has used it. Transaction level is just give it and buy it. So, only one off, you are not continuing any kind of collaboration, but it is very basic, only for selling the item, buying the item. Progressive, here I will go for progressive collaboration, here slightly of higher level. I will be sending my truck to take all the wasted item from other company, that is one level higher than transaction. Okay, now I am very happy, it is going on, my job is getting the item, wasted item. I started the production, my items are being sold, perfumes are sold in high volume, I am getting some money. So, that means he has gone to the next stage. Initially he just wanted, I need something, then he wanted something. Now, he has got more and more profit, he is going to the next level saying yes, I can trust this person. Instead of giving only the truck, I will pay some 5% of my profit to the collection of waste. If everybody is using the waste, the supplier of waste after his own production, he will be asking for some money, because that waste is not waste, it is ingredient for someone else. So, why do not I get the share of my profit from him? So, that level is becoming trusted, next level progressive. So, that is a progressive level of collaboration. Okay. I will be having 5 years contract with the same person for my waste, then he is contractually obliged to do the things. It is not obligation, it is a contractual level. This is called futuristic collaboration. There are many examples. Some mango pulp, I think it is very common in this country, you know better than me. Mango pulp is normally taken out, then mango seed is not used anywhere, right. Now, they are using it. Mango seed is also used for different purposes, and it is not going as a transaction level, they are going as a progressive level. And if it is used again and again by many producers, mango seed, then it will become futuristic collaboration. So, collaboration is not a buzzword, collaboration should have some meaningful development in the link. First basic thing is trust should be created, then everything will be all right. Okay, let us go for a break, and we will be looking at other aspect of the project. I am talking about these things from the paper and project. Okay. If you can't find them in book, don't worry, you can look at the papers. So, journal articles are giving great resource of information. One of you asked that how to read all the cases. There is a simple way. Read the cases which are very small, and you try to write a case irrespective of where you are publishing, start writing. That is the starting point. 2 pages of case study if you can write, if you say all information in only 2 pages, you are the best. So, writing is a habit which can be inculcated only by you. Nobody can tell you to write, you, nobody can open your, that will come in the future, your brain can be opened, things will be put in, but it may come after 20-25 years, by the time you all will be very old. So, try to start writing your analysis, your paper. 2 things, case study analysis different, your paper is different. MBA students can write papers, do you know that? It is adding value, and my students even in MSc they have written paper in 4-star, ABS 4-star based on the case study. First write the case study, 2 pages case study. Once you publish, you will be improving your confidence is boosting really. So, you have to start writing. Okay, thank you. I will see after the break.
More questions for ma'am? All are clear? Okay, we will have a break for half an hour. We will rejoin.